Boys, we're here. The end of the season. What a season it was. Definitely, I gotta say, one of the closer seasons that we've had. I feel like everybody was kind of in it, except for maybe one or two people, all the way kind of right up until like that last week. But we're here. It's time for a little recap action.
Now, is this a little biased why this is your favorite year by any chance?
No, why? Why would it be my favorite year?
All right,
Oh,
guy.
that's just yeah, it's true.
Have you seen a doctor yet for your erection lasting more than 4 hours?
Now I'm just letting it ride.
It's been going on a month straight.
He's been masturbating ever since.
Called the HR like 4 or 5 times.
Well,
I
congrats,
heard he
right,
was
guy?
gonna frame his roster and put it on his wall.
Ooh,
But yeah, congrats, Rye Guy. Long time coming.
Thanks, boys.
yeah, I'm happy for you. Yeah, it was a good victory, great season overall. Yeah, you did good. Good drafting, good lineups.
Thanks.
Don't
Tanner
get
and I were
used to it though.
You're next because right now, Tanner and I have the expert opinions.
Yeah.
Ooh,
When
my
someone
first
says they
guess.
need like a champion's like input,
It's not me. Let's get into the prizes here. This is the spreadsheet I use almost every week, unless I forget and get lazy. Um, Start with the player positions. Tanner, you had the highest scoring quarterback and the highest scoring running back on the season.
it's nice to know my individual
Weekly.
players were doing good, just not as a team. But yeah, thanks. I'll take that $20 and cry myself to sleep with it.
And then Lev, surprisingly, as one of our lower scoring teams, had the highest scoring receiver, DJ Moore.
Isn't that the game where he beat you?
We don't need to go into details on that. But yes, it might be. And
It
then
looks like it.
Drew with Evan Ingram. Overall, the tight ends did not score a lot of points this year. There was no.
Yeah, that's crazy. 27's the highest.
I think before this week 14, it was Kittle for Tom at 22 points. And it's not a lot of points for. You usually see someone get 30 or something, but
That's really crazy. Yeah, I feel like tight ends this year were so like there
Worried
was so
about
much parity.
Taylor
Like there
Swift.
was yeah that
they were
Yeah,
so
I also
what?
feel like there's Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Ryan. Say.
Ryan?
I didn't say anything.
No, you were about to say something and we cut you off, but
No, I said tight ends had a lot of parity this year.
Oh.
yeah, if you notice too, I noticed like it seems like a lot of teams they're using like multiple tight ends too. Like and you look at like Baltimore, even though they didn't try to use Likely, he seems like definitely the guy moving forward. So there's gonna be a lot of new up and coming tight ends the next couple years, I think.
Yeah,
The
I
position's
agree.
deeper, but it doesn't have that peak right now like it did the past couple of years. But
Yeah.
depth. Let's go through player by player. I guess Tom's at the top. I think this is a pretty good amount of money for Tom. And as a non-playoff team, he still won.
Now, Hemi, save that money for next year.
He did win $65.
Yeah, that's almost half a buy-in. Almost.
Yeah.
It's pretty close, yeah. That's a good amount of winning.
Good job.
It was
Tom.
right in the fantasy fund.
I think that might go into the Funko Pop fund.
Oh no.
And then I was more surprised at Steve not winning more highest scoring awards. He only got it once.
It seemed like especially in the beginning on, he was just dominating.
He was definitely very consistent. Like he I don't know if you've got the stat, but he must have come second highest scorer at least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And then poor Justin. Not only did he not win money, he's now paying Ura guy for the plaque.
You know what though? Justin has a built-in excuse this year. He just had a kid. He wasn't too invested in fantasy.
Made a lot of silly drops.
Yeah. I'm making that up all for you, Justin. I got you.
Yeah, thanks for
That-
Laporta.
that I was gonna say there was some questionable drops that came from you, but other than that,
I think he'll bounce back.
Yeah,
Finishing in last
yeah.
doesn't show what Justin did on the season. He missed the playoffs, but his team just didn't show up in the final couple weeks.
one of the most important things he might have done is give Rye Guy a keeper.
Ooh.
It's possible. It's possible.
Oh. Tanner, you got
That's me.
your quarterback, your running back. one highest scoring week, and then a cute 25 for 7th. So you won the losers bracket. You're the winner
Yay.
of the losers.
Well,
Take it.
you know, it's you also have the most categories won.
That's
He
true.
might, yeah. You do.
Yeah.
Look at that.
4.
There's
Well,
another notch in my belt.
woohoo. A couple people, myself, Rob, Jim, I guess it's just us 3. We only had the placement finishes on the season. 40.
This is the first year we're doing that, where every position gets a.
This
goes up
is
to
this at least the second. It might be the third.
Oh, so you
It'll-
only
well-
don't get anything if you're 11th or 12th. Okay.
Yeah, 11 you get 0, and 12 you have to then pay money. So it's really 1 through 10.
And just a heads up, Justin and others, there is rumors that there's going to start being a punishment for last place. So next year you don't want to be there.
I did see
I
this.
know it's gonna be fucking me next year.
Right guy's going to make the punishment. He's going to have to do it.
And I think
Jerk
Rag
yourself
Guy,
off.
you might have had the most high scoring weeks. I think we got 4 here.
Oh shit.
Is there anyone else with 4? 2, 2. Nope, just you. So you have the most high scoring weeks.
Wow.
And
It
the
was
most
Rye
points.
Guy's year. It really
Yeah.
was his year. Huh?
And first place.
But it didn't come easy though. It made him. He was sweating it all year.
And plus about
Actually-
11 years of pain.
You were asking about Steve's performance. I can probably find that out. Where's Steve's name on here?
Up.
No. How many times did he get close? One time he was 9. Another time. So this is third highest score in here. Oh, I had 10. And Ragai beat me out. 10 again.
Right, boys.
And Bird beat me out. Where else is Steve at? 10. Yeah, Steve had a lot of close ones, except for this week.
Is Steve our edger of the season?
I think he
Almost.
is. Official
Just got
edge.
right to the edge.
Oh, I never put the playoff scores in. Oopsie. But those don't matter. I did have the division breakdown here of every time you play someone outside your division to kind of see what was the strongest division head to head versus others.
Interesting.
So if we take Rye Guys here, you
By
somehow
that
lost.
theory, I suck.
You lost to Jim, Maddie, and Bird.
Oh, man.
Beat Tanner, and then beat everyone else. So you're going left to right if anyone wants to pause and kind of look at this here.
We could skip mine though.
Yours wasn't that
No.
bad. You had 3 wins. You went 3 and 4.
Yeah, I guess. But compared to everyone else, that looks like one of the worst ones.
Oh, well.
But again, we don't have to get into that.
All right. So is there anyone else? Let's see that we got to check up on. Drew and Bird, our second and third place teams, each had 2 highest scores. And then some significant money for their placements. So that's pretty good.
Drew is the second place warrior.
He is the Buffalo Bills. I think I was showing this earlier.
We could start calling him Tyler Bass.
Could. We very well could. So yeah, back-to-back second places for Drew, and then 3 in the past 5 years for him as second. That's tough.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
That means that it
You know
shows
what,
he's
though,
one of the
Drew?
most
That
competitive.
just means your year's coming. Don't worry.
Is he not? When is the last time he missed the playoffs? 2017. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 years in a row for Drew.
That is a consistent performer.
Yeah, that's really what you look for. Playoff, once you make it, it's kind of lucky to win it, but just getting there each year after year, that's the good stuff.
I know how hard that is.
And then lastly, Maddie, this is his first year in 2 years. He's won money and not had to pay, so good for you, Maddie. Congrats.
Hey.
Moving in the right direction. And because of this, we have our final standings. We can officially see. Where is it? This tab. This is what the lottery draft looks like for next year.
Wow.
So
I'm
everyone's
letting
on.
Lance Armstrong next year, boys.
Yeah. I guess you want to do draft picks next, or you want to go talk into the standings?
Why don't we roll into the standings? Since we just talked about payouts.
Wait,
Yeah.
Rye Guy, real quick, before we get into that, just a quick question.
Why are you gay?
Oh man.
Whoa, whoa. All right, back on track. Dude, this fucking points for are pissing me off. I don't even want to
Look
at
how
this shit.
before the just record though. Look how close
Yeah.
all the
And even
playoff teams were.
I remember like our division, like a couple weeks before the four of us, like or three of us tied. It was pretty getting really close.
Yeah, this is one of the more competitive runs.
Definitely.
Because even here, Maddie, you, and Rob were all really in it to the final week or so. Only 2 to 1 game out. But,
Yeah, and I think almost all the way till the final weeks, we had almost everybody except Lev in like the hunt, the
Mhm.
playoffs.
I think Lev will bounce back next year when he's not doing more doctor things. He said he'll have more time and
I
unlucky
don't know why
draft.
why can't he just like do the fantasy while operating? Like, what's the big deal?
I don't think he can use his phone with his doctor gloves on. The touch doesn't work through there.
That's what talk
Yeah.
to text is for.
Oh,
Come
smart.
on, Matt.
How about points forward here?
No.
So, where were our 2 outliers? Tanner
Definitely Tanner.
and Tom.
Yeah, Tom got pretty unlucky.
And all the way from Jim
I was
through
just gonna
here.
Who
was
was the
gonna say
luckiest
Jim-
with points for?
Jim, definitely. Look at Jim, 9-5
Yeah.
with 1470.
Oh, yeah, that's unlucky.
No,
Well, I was
Oh, no,
saying
that's
it's
lucky.
lucky.
That's
Lucky,
lucky.
yeah.
That's
Unlucky. I don't know. They look all right, like kind of about where they should be with the points for at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about, say, 1530 through 1470, that's 70 points total difference from third to, what is this, like eighth? Divide that by, how many weeks do we do? 14? What's 70 divided by 14? That's how close it was the entire year. So, like,
You're the accountant. Don't be asking us.
oh, I'm
math
getting a
questions.
I'm not doing this. This is a calculator question. That's a difference of 5 points a week.
I mean, that makes a difference. 5 points a week.
Oh, it does. It's just crazy though how
Yeah.
close starting from here to Jim. Like this is like the meat right here. We had 2 guys way above, 3 really far below, Maddie a little behind, but generally everyone was really into it for the playoff race.
You think Rob's gonna roll the name into next year and just stick with To Infinity and Traylon, even
think-
though he's not on his team?
Does he draft Traylon though? That is the
I
question.
mean, what stopped them from getting rid of it this year? Nothing.
It's a very, very good point.
And then play, of course, Rob had the least points against
Bub,
by a decent amount.
wasn't that all? Wasn't that
That's
a
a-
little bit of poor choicing from Rob too? Because I remember for a while, like, what was his name? Brian Robinson was like a top running back, and Bub had him on the bench for like 4 weeks straight, like in the
That
beginning
was,
of the
that was,
season.
that's a
Mhm.
big talking point on the pod.
Yeah, he should have made the playoffs, and I think he missed it from poor management decisions.
Rob, you might want to look into hiring a general manager to, watch over your team. Just a thought.
I mean, Jim and Rob were by far like look at the difference between second and third. That's almost 80 points difference.
That's almost a whole week.
And then another from third to fourth, we're getting another 65-ish difference. And then it really kind of tapers out from Steve all the way through. Where's a big jump? It's like a gradual increase after that. Like yeah, me
know
and Lev were the most. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Just Lev and I were the most, but it wasn't by a huge amount. Like yeah, it's 1533, but 23 points more than Maddie. It's like 25 more points than you. It's not a crazy amount, but just this is pretty crazy. These bottom 3.
You know what I think looks pretty crazy? The fact that like, throughout the season, Lev seemed like the unanimous like worst team. No offense, Lev, but like if you look at his points for, they're very close to Justin and the points for Justin and points for per game. I was looking at.
He had a huge last half of the season too. Like
Yeah.
His
That's
team
true.
picked it up. It really did. And then
some
all the
really
playoff
big
wins.
Yeah, it all determined. It all mattered if what's his name, DJ Moore, was decided
Mhm.
to have a good game or not for him.
Yeah, I guess I could have sorted by this category because this kind of shows us what I was mathing before. The mathed. Like this is close. What about this guy here?
Points against.
Bro, this is that's crazy.
Only 2 people less than 100 points against average.
Yeah.
You know, Matt, that was pretty crazy that you had the most points against and still made the playoffs.
There was definitely some luck involved. I think I had a couple wins scoring 90 something myself, so I really couldn't complain in the end. It kind of balanced out.
Not gonna lie, it's a little odd seeing Rye Guy on the finals with the winner thing.
All right, all
Well,
right.
I do like the picture though.
I was
It's-
that's the thing. It's like seeing the boobies on the first place. It's just a little unexpected.
Just wanted to give the boys a
But
show,
we're happy
you know.
for you. Don't mistake it.
And then the last thing about the playoffs and the standings, any surprises you saw during the brackets here, if you take a peek? We'll start with the top and then we'll do the consolation after.
Jim putting up 57 points in the playoff game. That's a little surprising.
That is rough. Steve kind of benefited from that too because he
Yeah,
doesn't
'cause he
beat.
didn't do that great either.
Yeah, he wouldn't beat Bird or I.
Look, go down. Does he even beat like the people in the consolation bracket with 92?
1, 2, 3 people.
See that or not?
Yeah, so it would be this week here. He would beat only 3 other people.
That's crazy. Oh, of course, this is the week I put up 170.
Aw.
Second week?
And wasn't that the week it didn't matter, right? Because it's a bye.
Yeah, so you and Rob had a bye here.
He still ended up winning the consolation, though.
Yeah.
Counts for something.
Yeah.
I'm the best loser.
I like to see the strong performance out of the finals here. Like, just to see, the best team put up one of the highest scores in the finals week too.
Yeah, because the week before that he was cutting it really close in 90.
Yeah, I got pretty lucky there.
I think there were a couple GGs thrown around in that game too before it ended.
Look at this game.
Yeah. Yeah, talk about close games. That could have changed everything. 'Cause
Did you guys know Bird blames me for this? Did you hear about
This
that?
loss?
Yes, because he was killing him at one point, and then he texted me something, and I was like, "Bro, you got this in the bag. You're killing him." He's like, "All right, but if I lose, I'm believing you." And then he was about to lose, and he texted. So
to be fair,
he
he still
told me
lost the
he's blaming me for the
finals.
loss. That's true.
He put
I
up
think it was the highest score that week anyway.
127. I think you were. Yep, Love was
Oh.
second highest. I'm just saying he scored 100 the final 2 weeks. Bad first
Yeah.
week, but after that,
Yeah, like I said, that second half of the season, I'm excited to see what Lev has in store for us next season.
he did make the finals his first year, so he can do it.
Right. So did Bird, but we won't talk about that
Mhm.
because he won it.
To make it a little worse for Drew, he was saying before Jordan Love played, he almost put him in over Mahomes, and if he did, he would have won.
Yeah, but how do you not? I mean, Mahomes wasn't doing great this year, but you can't not start him
Yeah, that's crazy. And I mean,
because then if he's on the bench and he puts up 30 points, you're gonna feel like a jackass.
Yeah, Mahomes just did not have a
Oh
good
my
season.
god, those last 5 weeks are so mediocre from him.
He only scored 20 points or more since week 8. One time.
You know what? Maybe he's mad that Tom didn't draft him this year.
The Mahemis.
Yeah.
All right,
And
let's
The
the
person-
fucking,
there's a
real quick
personal
before that,
vendetta
the
for Mahomes.
Rashid Weiss was blowing up this year, and he puts up when he needs it the most.
Yeah, that was a stinker from White. I think overachieved Adams and Flowers, though they kind of balanced out. And
yeah,
our guys' team
also,
went off.
is this when we bring it up?
I don't know.
Zay Flowers?
I think we could.
Oh
bring it
yeah,
up.
we can talk about it.
Was Lockett was in there, who scored 1.4 points, until Zay Flowers mysteriously ended up on the waiver wire.
Wait, Matt, go back up for a second. Let me see the week. So he dropped him after 20.7, 17, 1.2 bad week, and then a 17.7
He got
week.
hurt
And
1.2
to
weeks ago.
Rob, that was a drop.
So from here onward, he only had 1 week under 17.
Wait, scroll up again. Let me see.
This
Yeah,
guy.
he was 30, but like, I mean, he's going to be a top 20 wide receiver drafted next year. And what was his draft capital for that?
7th round, which I
Seventh
think is a
round.
good keeper spot. Like
That-
maybe he has better. I don't know, but I thought
I mean,
you just don't drop him
he's
for
going
the
to be
keeper.
a second or third rounder, I feel like, next year. A sophomore wide receiver. Good offense.
Rob woke up Christmas
that
morning and
can't score
decided, you know what? I'm making chaos. Christmas Day.
Oh wow, that was Christmas.
What's Bub
Maybe
doing
the,
here?
Rob,
The,
you should be spending time with your family instead of making boneheaded fantasy moves.
I was gonna say maybe the eggnog was getting him a little loopy.
And then anyone else he would have started. I mean, I doubt he puts Pickens in, but
Well, like I said,
Lockett.
Lockett was in there.
yeah.
I know
So, I
why he
mean-
dropped him. Because he's banking on keeping. Oh no, that's Rye Guy's team. Never mind. I was like, he's banking on keeping Zamir White. I was like, oh, never
I don't know. These quarterbacks, he couldn't. Like, what the fuck? Why does he have this guy?
mind. Brevin.
Yeah,
Jordan,
Martin Jordan instead
who
of
the
Zay
fuck is
Flowers.
that?
And Dalton. Why do you have the backup tight end? Oh, Bub.
But even like I probably would have dropped Kareem Hunt over Zay Flowers. And Josh Jacobs was out, so why not drop him? He's not a keeper.
Yeah, that's true. Oh wait, he finally dropped Baker then? When did Baker get dropped? I thought he had all three to the end. Tell me he didn't drop Baker for Jordan.
I think that's what happened.
Hold on. We're going to go investigate. When was Baker dropped? December 29th? So the start of the playoffs? No. They were over by then.
No, that was the start of fantasy of the final week.
So 2 days.
He definitely dropped him for that tight end. Go to that tight end. Yeah, 237 on Friday.
Where am I looking? Oh, probably back to
There you go.
here. Where's Rob? No, this is
Man,
December 10th.
why was he on his team that long? Wait, this doesn't seem right.
Maybe it's Deontay? Yeah, it was Deontay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, so he dropped Zay for
But then who did he
Deontay.
drop for Brevin Jordan?
Well, can I
And a bigger
see?
question: why is Brevin Jordan on his roster?
Still,
That's fine.
yeah. Can I see his? I'm pretty sure you can see transactions. Hold on.
I always laugh when people have so much budget left over at the end of the year. Like, you happy you saved that $90, Rob?
Recent activity, start date.
No, just do like December 25th because that's when he dropped him.
Yeah, he was very active on Christmas.
All right, Bub. We're getting into the dirty details of your transactions here.
He finally
He
dropped
Zay
James
Flowers for
Williams.
Justice Hill.
Wait, Justice Hill, was it even on his team, the final roster?
Yeah, he was in there.
Oh,
Okay.
So this is a good drop. I like this move.
yeah, that's a good move.
I
But
don't like this move.
was Justice Hill the starter? Is that what he was thinking, maybe?
I mean, he had 1 week.
Bob thought he was onto something here.
Well, then who did he drop for? Go to end date of the January 1st.
Bob's like, why are you guys dissecting my team?
This is the
Wait,
end.
then, when did he pick up? Oh, okay. Wait, so he's had Brevin Jordan on his team since December 10th.
I don't
I've
understand.
never even heard of him until now.
Yeah, all right.
Either way, I think it would have been a better drop for Justice Hill, Brevin Jordan.
Can we get Rob on the line to get some input? Should we ring him in?
I think he's driving home, unfortunately.
10
But
and 2, I hope. 10 and 2, Rob.
let's do
All right, why don't we?
our best and worst
Yeah,
picks.
let's get into the draft. Here.
We'll do the top 8. Top 8 rounds.
Cool, best and worst pick. You want to just scroll over to everybody's
Yeah.
roster? We can pick from there.
Yeah, let's just do best and worst pick.
Oh, you just want all right overall. Okay. Oop. too far. Let's take a look. Anything stick out?
I'm having trouble. So your screen's a
My
little
screen's
blurry.
frozen, so you're gonna have to give me a second. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there we
very
go.
blurry for me.
There we go. That works. All right.
Yeah,
So
that's
for
better.
Maddie,
Is that better? Nice and big.
yeah, that's a lot
What
better.
stands out for me is Maddie should have taken
Taking who?
Did we lose him?
We might have lost him.
No, I'm here, but you
Oh.
keep I don't know if it's me, but you keep getting cut off or whatever. Sorry, did you ask me a question?
We didn't hear who you said Maddie should have taken.
Taken for what? Oh, for first overall.
I guess I don't know. You cut out kind of early into your sentence, if that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, I was saying I bet Maddie wishes he took McCaffrey instead of Jefferson 1 overall.
Yeah,
Could have changed his whole
I
season.
would too. Can't fault him for taking the guy who got hurt, but
No,
McCaffrey
no
was
fault,
the
but-
guy. I can
Also,
fault Tom
remember,
still.
too, Tam, you were dying for JJ.
You were.
So
I
like,
was.
I think
I was
saying
praying.
like, I think regardless of who was picking first, they would have picked Jefferson.
Sometimes it's better to have the person in front of you make the decision. You just let someone fall to you, and that's what happened.
Although remember, I was contemplating taking Tyreek Hill. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do remember that. I was very nervous.
That means you would have gotten McCaffrey because Tom would have still taken Barkley.
I'm not gonna. I feel like the easy pick is Lev with Madison, but let's exclude that because we kind of know it's not a great pick. It was a little early.
I
Do you
mean,
remember when that happened live and everyone was just like, "What the hell just happened?"
that was that was something.
We were like, "Wait, did he make a mistake? Do we need to reach out to him?"
I mean, I'd say probably another bad pick. I mean, I'll just say it. Me, Cam Akers at 5 in the 5th. What did this
Yeah.
or Dotson?
This middle round
And-
here. But then,
Yeah, that was
but you sandwiched it with some great picks to start and some great picks to finish.
yeah.
Hate you. But yeah,
Another bad one, and not because it was a bad pick, but just injury wise, it was Dobbins in the 4th for Bird. That's rough. Week 1 losing your guy like that.
he could have had James Conner, James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Alvin Kamara. But yeah, Dobbins should have been good. Got hurt again. I don't know what's gonna happen with his career. That's a toughie.
Yeah, I'm gonna say overall though, I think my vote for worst pick in the draft is Eckler for Justin in round 1.
Well, I don't think so because he was supposed to go even sooner than that, and he fell to Justin.
He could
I
have
think
gone.
he was supposed to be good.
Yeah, no, I'm not like it's not like a judgment on Justin's decision making.
I'm just saying, just like overall, like what about
Just-
Bijan then?
Bijan didn't do that bad.
I thought
Yeah.
towards the end, he really didn't do much.
So if I
Well, because I think
And
Eckler finished outside the top 10 in
your
running
stupid,
backs.
Your stupid coach doesn't like to announce when
he
he's
had
sick.
2 horrible games here and here when he didn't play. But when he played,
Wait.
when he got carries though, look at his stats. They're not amazing, but they're
Wait,
usually
where's the
double
one he
digits.
got the one carry so they didn't get in trouble? Oh, that was the
Right
0.
Here it
They
is.
put him in for like the last
Mhm.
play.
I was
What
happy
Bijan's
with what
final
Bijan
running
did.
back position? What was his final rank?
9.
9. So that's a top 10.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's saying he got almost 0 points with 2 of those weeks too.
yeah. So let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see Eckler.
I feel like he got hurt. Coming back
Yeah,
from
he
injury.
missed 4 games. He missed 3 games.
You were happy with 4 of his games on the season, which is tough for your first round pick. Then, wait, no, I lied. 5 games. Can't count.
Yeah, and when I say it's the worst pick, I don't mean like, like it's the
I think
worst
Eckler's
value
officially
ever.
I would have been ecstatic to get Eckler where Justin did. Like that's
like his.
I was so close to picking him over Tyreek. So
Mm-hmm.
close.
Is there any
I,
obvious
I remember you were too.
bad picks?
I could see a really bad one for me. 4th round, Christian Watson.
Oh, yeah, that's a toughie.
Yeah.
Then again, he wasn't supposed to be this friggin' horrible, but. And I guess Khalil Herbert turned out to be another bad pick too for me.
Some pretty good
I mean, he had a
picks.
serviceable first like half of the first, maybe third of the season.
Until he got hurt.
I like James Cook from Maddie in the 5th. I think that turned out pretty good.
I think that's Maddie's best pick for sure.
I like Tanner's quarterback, even though he got hurt. He was playing good.
That was my ticket into the playoffs, and he ruined it for me.
I think I see why Tom's team kind of didn't make the playoffs. Like, look at
Is it all the Giants?
It's everything after Tony Pollard.
And well, even Tony Pollard too. He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't do great either, but he was a keeper. Kittle did okay. Lamar Jackson, he was kind of disappointing on the season.
Yeah. And in the playoffs, but that's another story.
So Raga, we kind of touched on. You have A-Chain as a good pick. Akers as a bad pick. What did Bird do here? Bird just played the waiver wire. He had Mike Evans pretty late, which
Evans is
top
definitely his
receiver.
best pick for sure.
Yeah. I like Debo too. Debo and Evans
Yeah.
were great. I don't even know. You can't really look at past like round 10 for worst picks.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably Dobbins because
Oh, it's gotta be
you knew the
Dobbins.
injury
He's
risk.
always fucking hurt.
Yeah.
You knew he was going
Chubb,
to break a
too.
leg.
What do you guys think about my best and worst here?
I'd say
I think Pittman would be
I'd
my
say
best.
Pittman. Pittman's probably your
Yeah.
best. I will say Gibbs in the second is, it's not, again, not a lot of value, but I remember you were juggling like a bunch of different guys. Like you almost picked Ramondre.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Gibbs.
You know-
Disaster that would
I
have
was down to Ramondre, Gibbs, and Etienne. Those are my final 3, and I went with Gibbs.
been. Yeah, but yeah, I'd say Pittman's probably your best.
For Justin,
Worst, I would say maybe Elliott, but again, that's 9th round, so.
Yeah, Mike Williams in the 5th.
I think Williams did good. He just got hurt. But then
Yeah,
Herbert
but-
got
but
hurt,
yeah,
so he would have been
I'm
bad
taking
anyway.
injuries into account.
Yeah, that's true. I
And
like Ayuk.
Javante got hurt as usual.
Yeah, he got
Ayuk,
hurt a
yeah,
little
that's
too.
cool.
Look, we actually traded our 6th-round picks to each other.
Wow.
Um,
Ooh, Ayuk in the
Justin
4th
Tucker
is a
went-
great pick.
yeah, I like Ayuk.
Justin Tucker in the 10th is crazy.
Crazy early.
Another Justin Job that helped me win the ship.
Aw.
Was that? Oh no, it was Thielen he gave to Bird, right?
Oh, yeah, right above
Blowing
him.
Poor Justin.
I guess it's got to be Ramondre
Oh,
for
Justin
the
had
worst
Zay
pick.
Jones too. Shit. Wait, when did he drop Zay Jones, Justin? I don't remember that.
I don't think Zay Jones really did anything too crazy.
Oh, I was thinking of Zay Flowers. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's got to be Ramondre is the worst. When he played, he just didn't do good.
Yeah. Or Deontay did pretty good this year, right?
He was hurt for a while, but he came back and did all right.
Mhm.
What about best pick for Justin? Jacoby Myers,
I think
12th round.
I
He was
like Ayuk.
balling.
I'd say Ayuk for sure. Yeah, Myers is a great pick too.
Jacoby-
Though.
Look at
Jacoby
Myers'
Myers,
stats real
too.
quick.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
look
do
at
good.
his stats. I think he did better than Adams.
Does he
this
still have
year.
him? 50-50 shot.
He's a starter on some other team now.
He could be. Yeah,
No,
Myers
maybe
had a
not-
pretty
maybe
good
not better.
stretch. I mean, for how late he got him,
Consistent, yeah,
I would
definitely consistent.
put this in your flex. You're happy like 8 out of the 10 weeks. And then he kind of fell off a little, but yeah.
For a late pick, that's a great value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Steve's work. I don't know, because Diggs did really good in the regular season. I guess Hopkins would be his worst pick. Hopkins really didn't do anything.
I'm gonna say Waller in the 5th.
Waller
Look at some of the
wasn't
guys
great
around there he could have gotten. He could have gotten Rashad White, Chris Godwin, Brian Robinson.
We're in the 4th round, so 1, 2, 3. It's anyone here, so you could have. Oh, no, 5th, I'm sorry.
No, the
Oh,
5th,
yeah.
So anyone after him.
Yeah, could have been any of these guys. Swift. But
And I'd say his best pick is definitely Mostert.
Mostert and Montgomery,
The
these
Spicy
2 late
Brown Mostert?
picks were.
Spicy Brown.
These guys were
What
just
about-
insane.
What about bad pick Tank Bigsby?
A little early for my
I don't
handcuff.
think he did anything this year.
No, not really. He was just a handcuff guy.
Wasn't Tank on Ryguy's team for a little bit, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't
I thought you
think
had Tank for a little bit.
maybe I picked him up when Etienne was like supposed to be hurt for a little bit, but I don't think he ever like made it through an entire week on my team.
For Drew, I think it's got to be Rashad White is the best pick.
Wait, we skipped Jim.
But you skipped
Oh,
Jim.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Pitts. Worst pick, Pitts.
Damian Pierce is
Yeah,
bad too.
basically. I mean, Lawrence ended up not being anything good either.
Yeah, I would say Pierce because I was never that high on Pierce anyway. Now it looks like he
yeah.
probably lost the job to
Yeah,
what's
it's
his name,
Pierce.
right?
Pierce is the worst
So,
pick.
yeah.
I think right above that is Brees Hall's his best pick. He got crazy value on Hall.
Yeah,
And
Halls is
Henry
definitely-
didn't have like a Henry year this year, really, right?
Not really.
He finished top. I think he finished
I
7
think he
overall.
did okay, but not his normal dominant season.
Yeah, he was like RB 6 or 7, I think.
Oh,
8,
okay. He
Yeah,
did a little better
close.
than I thought.
You
Then.
can just keep naming
He's
numbers.
just, he really
But look
killed
how
you
many-
some
Yeah, look
weeks.
at how many games he had. Like 2 points though. That's crazy. Like 4 points.
He was a
Yeah,
pretty
super
boomer bust.
inconsistent. On that note, I will say I think one of Jim's really good picks is Spears. If they move on from Henry in the offseason,
Oh yeah, there you go.
Does he still
that's
have
gonna
Spears though?
it's gonna
He definitely Jim doesn't drop
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay. Yeah, he does have
yeah
Spears.
that's
Ooh,
gonna be a spicy keeper if,
that
if,
could
if
be a
Henry's
really
on
good
the move.
keeper. Oh man.
But that's assuming they don't get another.
Yeah,
running
if they don't
back, too,
sign
because
anyone or draft
He
anyone
showed a lot
early.
of promise, so
You're a big Tajay guy.
yeah, pickle Spears.
Cortland Sutton kind of went under the radar. He was low key pretty good, and Jim got him fairly late too. Where is he?
Yeah, was consistent.
9:30.
No
Like,
no big boom weeks, but definitely consistent.
he had one. I guess he played against New England too. But if you're looking from anything before the playoffs, he had 1 week you weren't happy with. Besides that, anything else in your flex? Maybe the 7's a little low, but he got a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah.
He had 10.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah, look at that.
On a meh Broncos offense, and he did good.
They were letting Russ cook.
All right, now on to Drew after accidentally skipping Jim.
All right, Rashad White, 100% the best.
I think Gibson is the worst.
Evan Ingram is
Or-
also a good pick there too.
He was.
AJ Dillon.
AJ
Fucking
Dillon, yeah.
trash this year. But
Yeah.
again, they're like not early picks, so you can't really get too mad. Oh, DeAndre Swift ended up being a pretty good pick for him.
Yeah, he had a slow start and then kind of came around after someone got hurt, and then he came in and just took over.
What about the kind of like a unpopular pick? Patrick Mahomes is a bad pick.
Yeah. it
Yeah,
is.
that's-
Again, you don't
that's
fault
actually
him for
true.
taking it, but just like how bad he did. You know.
First
Yeah.
QB off the board. Yeah, and he
Mahomes
finished.
did not have a good year for the draft capital. Yeah, that's pretty rough too. I do like the Keenan Allen pick. Keenan was great until he got hurt pretty late into the season here. Yeah, where's Drew?
I don't like Keenan Allen.
I've always been a fan of Keenan.
Whoa. Keenan and the ACL.
Until he got hurt, he did pretty good. And then Herbert also got hurt, so he finished as the wide receiver 8 and didn't play the last 4 weeks.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, he was doing great.
And this is kind of, you can see why he made the finals. These middle, like 4 to 7 round picks, these are kind of the difference maker guys here.
Yeah, really strong drafting.
And Lev.
Miles Sanders, lock it in.
Yeah.
Sanders, yeah. I mean, Madison's also not a great pick there.
I think
Yeah, but
DJ
I
Moore
just-
was his best.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
2 defenses. Sorry, Lev.
I don't really see much else that kind of really stands out as like a really great or really bad pick. I'm not going to fault him for taking Tony in the 8th.
Worst pick by Lev, Chase Claypool, because he's garbage.
He does suck, Chase Claypool.
Do you see that stat? Like every team he's on just instantly does worse.
Yeah.
I will say though, like, man, they're like I don't mind the pick because there was like potential for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just joking. It was just because he's so bad. But
No, 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 you said it.
all right, lock it in. Worst pick. All right, Lev, you have to pay money because you had the worst pick of the draft.
What do you think about Bubby here?
Scary Terry at 3.
I think Pacheco might be his best pick.
Pacheco, yeah,
Or
definitely.
Brian Robinson.
Zay Flowers is also a pretty good pick.
Damn, Traylon went kind of early, huh? 9th round.
Yeah, I think Terry
I
goes
think
down
he would have
as
went
his worst.
undrafted, to be honest.
Yeah, Terry or Traylon.
You think he keeps Garrett Wilson again?
He could. I mean, it'd be a 5th-round keeper, so I think that's still pretty good. He could keep Pacheco if he really wants to go running back or Brian Robinson. He tried to reunite the Waddle and Jacobs from last season, and they just both kind of stunk. Well, yeah, I think it's
I would say probably, yeah.
Burks
I don't
or
really like the
or
Terry.
Terry.
Pick, but
Yeah. I thought Terry was going to
Yeah.
be good this year, and he sucked.
never trust a commander.
And he had 2.
Oh, he could have been
That'll
the
do it.
commander potatoes.
Oh, God. The fucking
Oh, yeah.
commander potatoes.
No commander or no potato nicknames next year.
Should we make that a rule?
Just for Bub. Anyone else can do it, but Bub can't.
We should all
Steve's gonna make one.
potato names. Steve coming in hot with potatoes.
So, is there anything else you guys want to touch on before we wrap it up until next season and we go into the dark ages?
Well, I did
think-
hear a rumor that Rye Guy, because he's such a good sport and a good person, he's gonna be and give it to Drew because he feels bad that he's been in it 4 times and hasn't won.
Oh, that's so nice of you, Rye
we
Guy.
do applaud you for that. That's a very
Wow.
nice thing to do.
Hey,
So
what am I
Drew,
giving?
champ.
What?
you're giving the championship to Drew, pretty much.
The whole thing.
We'll just pretend Drew put love in, so it's his.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, Drew. Better luck next year, Rye Guy.
But no, I don't really have much else to add. What about you, champ? Sitting over there as the champ, got anything?
I think it was a great season. I'm looking forward to some pods over the summer, talking about some potential draft positions, the lottery, and
Keepers.
we're already looking towards next season.
I think we should do a live podcast at the draft next year.
I think so too. And on that note, if anyone's got good suggestions for a location for next year's draft,
We are doing a destination draft, so start saving up your pennies now.
Highland.
Are we going back
But
to
seriously.
PA at the guy's house?
Oh,
Probably
Dr.
Dr.
J.
J.
Yeah.
Only if we get to use the casting couch in the basement this time.
We're putting a
Just everyone's
timer on
got-
the draft too next year, so it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
take 4 hours.
And there's rumors we're also going to be banning all magazine-related draft advice.
Was there a magazine this year?
Probably.
I
If
don't
it wasn't
remember.
at there, it was reviewed prior.
It was used for research.
Sorry, Tom,
Alrighty.
just messing with you.
But yeah,
But,
I think it was a great
yeah,
season. Fun,
I agree.
mostly.
I agree. Could have went a little better for
Yeah.
you and I, Matt. But
Could have went better
take
for
it what
11
it
of
is.
us.
I enjoyed it.
Awesome.
I'll
Well,
bet you did. I'll bet you did.
we'll see this
But,
video out whenever I can figure out how to edit. Besides
Yeah,
that,
until I guess the summer, boys. Been fun podcasting and another season down.
Hell of a season.
yeah.